Doing it, okay. Okay, so I'm joined with Tadas here on Zoom from the University of Worcester. Hello, Tadas. How are you doing?
Hello, Nick. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. This is like Through the Keyhole, which is a British show where we get to look into people's houses. But
True.
I see you're looking like air traffic control like this, and
I
you're in
have to.
full branding. Show me your shirt here.
Exactly.
Yes,
Be a change maker.
fantastic.
Hashtag. You see the logo?
Yeah. Perfect. So you got this one in Spain recently. Which one did you get this one?
No, that was in Portugal, actually.
Portugal fair. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, basically, I just wanted to catch up with you and talk about some of the things that are happening.
Hmm.
Uh, the University of Worcester is one of the smaller universities in the UK. I think what 10,000 students
Up
approximately.
to, up to 11,000 students. So a relatively small university in the UK.
But I mean, that's quite a small community, but a real community of students. So how's it been for you? How's it impacting on you? What are the things that you're doing to kind of support students on campus at the moment?
Yeah. Well, I have to say that, we follow advice from, Public Health England, the NHS, the World Health Organization, and the Foreign and Commonwealth Office, really. And the very first thing that we have to do is to make sure that our students have access to the latest advice. I think this is essential.
Yeah.
But as a university, we've gone to online teaching from the 20th of March. I know that quite a few UK universities have done exactly the same. So obviously it's been challenging for, everyone, not just students, not just university staff, but, members of our community, and not just, within our community, but it's also on a national and international level. So I found it very difficult because I'm an international recruiter, and obviously we live in England, so we follow advice from the British government. But what happens within Great Britain, is not, necessarily the same as outside the
Yeah.
UK. So, we have students from, 67, 70 different countries, and, they come from different places and they react differently to, to coronavirus, and they implement different, tactics to tackle it. So that was really challenging because, everyone was doing, different things, and doing at,
Yeah.
different times and stages.
Yeah, they were talking to their families back home, some in lockdown,
Exactly.
some not, and
Exactly.
making their own decisions. So to have a coordinated response is quite hard. I know what you mean.
It is very, very hard. A huge number of our international students decided to go home. And we closed our campus, but not fully. So there is still a significant number of students who decided to stay at our halls of residence. So we made sure that, some facilities are open for them, to make sure that they have access to, all essential facilities, including laundry, students' union shop, main reception. So there is support available for them. Facilities, they keep looking after them. So we have to make sure that, they have access to all necessary facilities.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can imagine it's a real community there. So people have pulled together to do the best for everybody. And yeah, we've been really impressed by the communications, the response from universities to support students on campus, and also those ones that have travelled as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure if you know, but the University of Worcester last year won the award for the outstanding contribution to the local community. So the university has always been a huge part of our local community. And when the students come here, they kind of it's kind of easy for them to settle in, because there's a huge sense of local community. They feel looked after. So it was very important for us to make sure that, we contribute to our local community during, the COVID-19 crisis. We actually made our healthcare equipment available for the use in the
Right. Okay.
NHS.
Mm.
We train hundreds of nursing, midwifery, paramedic science, physiotherapy, and other healthcare professionals. for NHS every year. So we contribute a lot. And I know that our university has been working very, very hard to make sure that our final year students from healthcare courses are available to support the NHS.
Well, that's fantastic. I mean, yeah, absolute credit to the university supporting, but those students on the front line, the ones that are training and qualified, it's amazing. And it's really, really nice to see here in the UK the feeling of positivity and celebration of the NHS, everybody clapping each week to kind of support those workers. And for me as well, I really hope that this encourages people to look at healthcare as a career in the future, that it gets the right funding. And I think it will inspire another generation of people to really, really want to have careers in these areas, because it's making such a huge difference and such a cornerstone of society in a situation like this, especially.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so now you're a regional manager supporting students from Europe, particularly. Normally you would be flying, meeting people in their countries, talking to their families and things like this. So we're in lockdown here. How are you managing to do that from home, I guess?
Well, I think the biggest challenge is I have a 2-year-old son.
Ah,
So, working from home means, babysitting him at the same time. So, that has been quite a challenge. I'm sure he appreciates that, I spend a lot more time at home, but it hasn't been as easy to work, 8 hours a day per se. But yeah, I mean, I have to make sure I'm available online. Students, they keep messaging me, they keep emailing me. When it all started, I was receiving a lot of text messages and phone calls from parents from different countries in Europe, just asking for advice. What shall we do?
yeah,
And at the time, England was following different advice from
yeah.
from the Public Health England. So it was quite a challenge. So sometimes I had to follow my heart, really. I remember there was one text message from a student returning from Lithuania to UK saying, "Tadas, I'm at the airport. Shall I board the plane or not?" And what do I do? I say, look, if your parents are worried, don't do it. Don't come back. And 2 days later, UK decided to go into quarantine. So we made the right decision, but sometimes I had to follow my heart, really. So it was quite a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, the same. We obviously employ many students as advisors, but in different roles within OK Student. And some have travelled home, and so we're working remotely overseas. But others are here in the UK in complete isolation, often on their own. So really difficult circumstances. So it's it's a real challenge. But at least the technology is here for us to continue to communicate, to support each other, and for students, prospective students, to really still get an insight into what it might be like. So either to talk to somebody like you, or to look at information online. Lots of people are doing virtual open days, these kind of things.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot of resources to make considered choices, and we still have a lot of time to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the University of Worcester, we were meant to have our applicants day the end of March. So we did a virtual applicants day instead. And all of this is actually available on our website now. So students can go on our website, attend student talks, contact our students to do a virtual campus tour. So it has all become virtual now. And later this week, I will be attending a virtual fair in Romania, actually. So students will be able to visit my stand virtually, and they will be able to chat with me, or to video chat with me, depending on what they want. So this is going to be an interesting experience also, but obviously there has been an increased number of webinars, online seminars, so everything has become virtual now.
It has, yeah, absolutely. We're really trying to encourage people to keep calm at the moment, continue with the process and make considered choices. Obviously, we're hoping that things get back to normal in a few months. and that we can kind of still prepare for the next intake. I guess, do you have any advice for students specifically?
Just stay calm. Stay calm. I understand you are all very anxious now, not just regarding your upcoming studies, but also your current studies at high schools, especially when exams are being, cancelled all over Europe and the world. So we understand that, and all universities in the UK will have to be very flexible. So, stay calm, don't be anxious. Your worry is our worry, and we'll do everything we can to support you.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that's the overall message is we're here to support you, and we want the best for you, and that we will find a way. If exams are cancelled, there will be some moderation, there'll be some flexibility in admissions, and we're going to find a way. Okay.
Absolutely.
Perfect. All right, fantastic. So, well, thanks for your time, Tadas. Stay safe, obviously, and we'll be referring people for advice to you. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.